The CBS 21 Political Insiders with Rob Hanrahan.
And we have Kevin Harley in for the Republican side today and for Charlie Giroux. Glad to have you with us, Kevin. Thanks for being here. And of course, Tony May. So guys, let's talk a little bit about this Republican plan that they released today to pay for the budget, which of course we all know the dilemma the state is in. They agreed on what to spend, but they didn't agree on the revenue side of it. I know you guys are waiting for details, but Kevin, is this a good Republican plan to take these special funds, monies that Dan Mohl has been saying have been laying around for years, and just using a little bit of it from each individual fund in order to meet our deficit?
Well, I think the House Republicans need to be given a lot of credit for looking for an alternative to raising taxes. You know, there's a tax plan on the table now that would include a tax on natural gas to every single consumer in Pennsylvania, including a severance tax and a virtual tax on energy. So they're looking for an alternative to that, and I think this is a good starting point. As Tony will tell you, the devils are going to be in the details. We haven't seen a lot of details yet, but this is a good starting point, and it's an alternative to raising taxes. So in that regard, I think the Republicans need to be given a lot of credit.
Tony?
Two things. One is, I think that some of these funds could be drawn upon, even though they've been earmarked by previous legislators for other purposes. But not the whole problem can't be solved that way by a long shot. And to solve the problem that way this year merely delays the structural deficit solution until next year when it's going to be worse.
So you're for some type of revolving revenue, something like a tax of some kind.
Something that's called a tax, yes.
All right, but the Republicans will never agree to a tax, at least.
Well, they have in the Senate, but the House, it seems like it might be tough to get there.
All right, well, the announcement about DACA came out today. And Attorney General Sessions made the announcement, not the president. Right. It's the president's move, though, to do this. He's giving them 6 months to he's actually tossed it back to Congress, Kevin. Right. A, were you surprised that the president himself really didn't come out and make a statement? And B, is 6 months enough time for Congress to work on this? They've tried 6 times in the past, at least. Well,
I think what the president did is saying that we need comprehensive immigration reform, and it's the Congress's job to do that. So he's basically rescinding the executive order of President Obama from 2012, right, but giving it a 6-month extension for the most part. And a lot of people think that if we're ever going to get comprehensive immigration reform, this is the time to do it. One of the concerns that the Republicans had with President Obama is they didn't think that he would have border security. That fear is taken away with Donald Trump. Certainly we'll have border security. We do have border security with President Trump.
Tony?
I think that the functional phrase here today was a comprehensive reform. Mm-hmm. Comprehensive for Donald Trump includes the money for the border wall, and I think this is what we used to call a pinch bill. You hold these DACA kids as hostage and say you're going to send them out of the country in 6 months if Congress doesn't give a bill to the president that he likes, which would not only include reauthorizing DACA in some form, but also money for his wall.
Well, we have certainly not heard the end of this, or have we heard the end of our budget crisis right here in Pennsylvania. Kevin Harley, Tony May, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, you guys. Be sure to join us Sunday mornings. You can hear more from the Political Insiders by joining us for Face the State Sunday mornings at 8:30.